Hi, yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
can start.
Please. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Please, sir.
Namaskar. A very good afternoon to all of you present here. Right, we all know that the Government Engineering College Rajkot is continually working for the betterment of the students and the faculty as well. So for that, we have arranged an impact lecture series with the help and funded by AICT, MIC, and IIC. Right. So this is the first series. After 10 days, we are going to arrange the second series as well with two experts, right? So in the first series, we are going to organize two sessions. The first session will be taken by Mr. Parth Sejpal. Let me give a brief introduction regarding the expert. Sejpal is the CEO, working as the CEO, that is SC, that is Saurashtra University Innovation and Startup Center. He also has 5 years experience as an assistant professor at Design Innovation Center, GTU Innovation Council, handled by Design Engineering. And he is also registered as the Indian Patent Agent, right? The topic that is going to cover by him is modalities to cultivate effective incubation center in a state engineering college, right? Myself, Professor Prashant Mehta, working as an assistant professor at Government Engineering College, Rajkot, Gujarat, and I am going to coordinate this impact series, lecture series, right? And the by this kind of activities, right, students as well as the faculties are also going to benefited, right? So that a ecosystem and a mindset is going to develop in the region, Saurashtra region, that when you will become a graduate, right? So you are not supposed to search for the job, you should be give the job. So that is the main motto of IIC as well, that a student should be the job giver, not the job seeker. I also welcome, on this note, I also welcome our principal, sir, Dr. C.H. Vitlani, and our head of the department, Dr. C.S. Thakur. I will request Thakur, sir, so to give some motivational words to the students. Thakur, sir, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's great beginning, Prashant sir. As you rightly said, you are the convener of the Impact Lecture Series. I take this opportunity to thank our honorable principal sir, the visionary person who has seen the vision of transforming GEC Rajkot into IIT Kanpur. I take this opportunity to thank Parth Sejpal sir for accepting our invitation to deliver this expert talk. Without wasting much of the time, uh, let us uh, uh, let us invite our principal sir. I think Prashant sir will do that only. So
Yes.
thank you very much, everybody. Thanks all for attending this Impact Lecture series, and your continuous support will be there in future also. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Thakur sir, for your motivational words. Now I would like to invite our beloved principal sir, Dr. C.H. Vitlani sir, to motivate the students. Sir, please.
Thank you, Prasant, sir, for giving me opportunities to interact with today's expert, you, all the faculties, and dear students. Today, Professor Parth Sejpal is with us. He is the Chief Executive Officer, Innovation and Startup Center at Saurashtra University. Before that, he was at GTU Innovation Council, and I am witness of his initiatives to motivate young students for the startups and innovation. Today's topic for first lecture is the modalities to cultivate effective incubation center in state engineering colleges. I am happy that Institute Innovation Council of GEC Rajkot is doing well and arranging so many webinars, seminars, and events continuously, and in participating different activities initiated by MHRD. Motivating students for innovation and startup is a really very challenging task, because that path itself is leading to startup is a full of risk and responsibilities. There is a lot of family, social and peer pressure on graduates coming out from the engineering institutions. Your classmates are getting a job, started earning a money, and if you are going for a startup, of course in a startup, you will earning a lot, but not in an initial period. Maybe initially you will be in a loss. So because of family, social and peer pressure, it is very difficult for a student to think about the startup of think about a startup after completion of his or her graduate. But during the period of graduation, it is somewhat comfortable to think about the startup and innovation, because at that time there is no such pressure on you. So, starting an incubation center in an engineering college, and if the students are using that incubation center to implement the ideas in coming in their ignited in young mind, I think because there is no pressure, it's a very good time for you to work for the innovation. So of course there is a one pressure on you that there are existing courses are there in existing syllabus. You have to study all those courses and you have to pass the examination. That simple pressure is there, but pressure of earning is not there on you. So you can do tinkering in the pre-incubation center or incubation center available at engineering college. So here actually that is the main core idea to develop incubation center or a pre-incubation center at government engineering colleges. I am sure that the session will be delivered by the Parth Sechpal will be useful to all of you. I am happy to see that there are about 216 participants are there on a team, as well as at many places, students are in a common facilities. They are also observing this session. So many number of participants are taking part in this event. I'm very happy to see that. I will not waste much of your time. And now let's invite Parth Sechpal sir to start the session. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir. Rightly said by you. Right. So without wasting much of the time, let us invite Parth Sechpal sir. Sir, stage is yours now. You can start.
Hello. Very good morning to all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, you are audible.
First of all, thank you, Krishnani sir, and all the team members of IIC for inviting me to give an expert session on modalities to cultivate incubation center. Right, and a brief introduction about me. So myself, Parth Sechpal, currently working as CEO at SISC, Saurashtra University. Today we are going to see how an effective incubation center can be cultivated in State Engineering College. Basically, first we need to know what exactly the incubation center is. What we are saying that incubation center, there are many different terminologies like incubation center, fab lab, thinker lab. Then, so firstly, I would like to introduce what exactly the incubation center is. So incubation center is a supportive environment for the startup and companies, right? It means it gives some support to the budding startups or to the budding entrepreneurs and support them for their business. So this is the basic terminology of the incubation center, where the startups or the business persons get some support. So this support is in terms of, first is shared office space, right? Means for a startup, for a new entrepreneur, they need some space. They need some space to work. So providing them an office space where they can use their your computer system, internet facility, meeting room, this all space can be provided at the incubation center. So it will help them to grow their business. A pool of shared support service to reduce the overhead cost, right? It means these all are the required services that they can avail. A new business or a startup can avail this pooled support. So it will reduce their overhead cost. Then professional business supports. It means a mentoring. They also require initially when any startup or idea that they want to convert into a startup, they need some guidance. they need all the different types of support like accounting support, company formation support, legal supports, IP supports. These all supports you can be provided at the incubation center. So this is the third criteria that you need to look after for developing a good incubation center. And network provision, internal and external. It means we should be able to connect the startups to the experts as required, right? Sometimes they require some industrialist guidance, sometimes they require some accounting guidance, sometimes they require some customer requirement, right? So this all type of network by use of our sources or by the use of the internal or the external sources, we should be able to provide this type of support to the budding entrepreneurs or the startups. So this is the definition of incubation center, right? So these are the support that can be available at the incubation center, like mentoring support, as I said, then networking facility, IPR support, co-working space. Co-working space means basically the students or the entrepreneurs can work together at a single place and they can use it as their office. They can provide that address as their business address. They can invite the customers or they can invite the other members for meeting. And also having a co-working space, they can network themselves with the other businesses, right? So that is co-working space. Then access to the fundings and grants. So at the incubation center, we can also provide them some funding support, grants, different grants, right? So currently, we all the engineering institutes have SSIP grant to all, but there are many other grants also. So you can also connect them for the different grants. Then conference and meeting room, as I said, they can use it as their own office. So these are the basic necessities or the basic requirements to have an effective incubation center. Then capacity building programs, as IIC is always conducting this type of skill development programs. So these are also one of the requirements where they can enhance their skills, where they can network themselves, where they can get some insights for the different fundings, different innovations going on. So capacity building programs need to be organized, and library and canteen. So these are the basics facilities that an incubation center can provide to the innovators. Now, pre-incubation support. So there is one difference between incubation support and pre-incubation. So here we will be seeing that what is pre-incubation. Pre-incubation means whenever the student have any idea or anyone who is coming to you at the incubation center that I am having this type of idea, what to do. So to that idea, we can provide them a pre-incubation support. It means they are very raw or they are just having an idea. So we can sensitize and give them capacity building programs. So whenever any individual come to us, then we can support them by sensitizing different grants, different supports, different programs, skill development programs, right? Collaborative research in innovation and startup. Also, we can ask them to work with the ongoing startups, ongoing entrepreneurs, so they can get some insight that how a startup works, right? How he can proceed with his own innovation. So it will also be able to understand how a startup works, what are the different grants available, how that other different perspectives works. So collaborative research in innovation startup can be available. Then skill development for innovation and startups. Always we are organizing different skill development programs. So we can ask them to attend this type of program. So ultimately the idea can groom. He would be able to understand the ecosystem, how he can proceed with his own idea. Pedagogical interventions for innovation and startups, right? Already introduced design engineering. G2 has already introduced design engineering. So that is pedagogical interventions. In study, they have introduced that type of subject so that the students can learn have design thinking approach or they would be able to have critical thinking, that how they can solve the problems, and based on that they would be able to come up with the new innovative ideas, and further they can proceed with this type of incubation support. So this comes under pre-incubation, means how they can proceed with the raw ideas. Then projects to products, this type of workshops or project fairs, that all can help them to develop their idea. And early stage funding, basically SSIP is the early stage funding, right? Within 2 lakhs or maximum cap up to 2 lakhs, innovative idea can develop a first prototype, right? So that comes under pre-incubation. Whenever he avails that type of support, that is early stage funding, he would be able to produce one prototype. Further, he can move with that prototype to go for the incubation. So whenever that idea is developed into a prototype, he can proceed with the incubation support. So now we'll be seeing what is incubation support. So how we can build that ecosystem. So here are the different terms what we can apply in our engineering college or in any of the organization, so that we can build some effective ecosystem. So innovation clubs, right? As you as MHRD has introduced IIC, same way you have already introduced IIC in your engineering institute as well. Also innovation clubs for the students will help the students to work interactively, and they will be having co-creation and co-learning. So it will, if these are the effects, how it will be helpful in building the ecosystem. So whenever we are having innovation clubs, the students will be co-creation and co-learning. Then associateship programs, fellowship programs. So associateship program is basically creating a group of students. Those will be volunteering each and every events, right? Also they will be organizing these events. They will be carrying out each and every work, like for any event we know that it needs from approval to press reports or press notes as well as the end reports. So we can assist the students. Basically students will assist the yeah, faculties or the organizers, that they will call the speakers during events. They will manage all the work output. Also at the end they will note down the effective points, and they can write down the reports. So ultimately the work of the person who is coordinating will be lower, as well as the students who are going through this associateship program, they will enhance their skill of communication as well as report writing, and all these type of skills can be developed. Also those who are good photographers, they can be given the task of photography during the events, right? Communication skills, so they can enhance this type of skills. Then project fairs, right? We can always organize project fairs for the different projects carried out from the varied branch, so that they can have some competitions. Also it will help to have some idea generation among the students. Then industry interventions, means we can basically GEC is organizing all these type of different programs, but this is how it will be helping to develop the ecosystem, right? Industry interventions, right? It will give the blending learning to the students, right? As in our curriculum we are always having the theoretical knowledge, but whenever an industry person or the industrialists give their expertise, the students will be able to learn about the perspective from the industry point of view, right? And they can develop that type of skill, that how they will be industry ready, or how they can develop their own startup, or they can develop their own innovation in the from the point of view of an industry, right? Design engineering, as it is already implemented, and it will be effecting in form of critical thinking, right? It will enhance the critical thinking of the students. 100 activity points, it is also introduced in our curriculum. So based on that, the students will be more activated to participate in different events happening around, right? They will be motivated to participate in the national as well as state level competitions as well as awareness programs. So based on that, they will be more aware. It is basically introduced to create awareness among the students, right? Awards. We can also organize award ceremonies for yearly to the best startups or yearly to the best associates, right? So this type of different awards, best faculty awards. So this will enhance, and these all are always already included in our SSIP grants, right? So there is no mean to go for any other funds, but we can utilize these grants for this type of awards also, so that we can motivate the students. We can recognize, it will also give some recognize to the startups also that they are awarded, they have been awarded for this type of innovation. So it will add values to their innovations, right? And alumni association, as GEC is already having a strong alumni association, it will give the strong network support to the entrepreneurs, right? Whenever any student or the startup is in requirement of any special guidance, so they will be there will be always a strong network of your alumni that will help them out to turn out into a good entrepreneur. So these are the different pillars that will be helping to have a good and effective incubation center, right? First of all, again I would like to ask that incubation center is the only the incubator, or it will only give you the support to the business. Tinkering lab, it is for the students or for the young minds up to 8 to 10th or 12th that they can develop into some field of electronics or some automations. Fabrication lab, fab lab is for development of some prototype. But incubation center, it is just a space or office space and a network creation support where they can get all these types of support, right? So firstly, at an incubation center, implementation is important, right? This type of innovation clubs, cluster or regional levels, we can have a pool or we can have a network with our GIDCs, right? Or different networks with our industry associations, right? Or institute level. Also at the institute level, interaction is also very important, right? Being a incubator, we need to have connections with the different incubators all over region, right? In Rajkot, we have more than 10 to 11 colleges where this type of supports and incubation center is there. So having an interactions and connections with these different types of incubators, it will help to have grow for our own startups or the startups in which you to which you are supporting this facility. Then sources of resources, state resources, right? That is the funding resources as well as the other resources, laboratory resources or any mentor resources. These all resources also you need to have a pool, right? State resources means we are having the SSIP support in which we can able to find the different experts. We have already list of experts available in that existing university resource. University is also providing many support system, many human resources support as well as funding supports and laboratory supports also you can give it at your college as well as the if sometimes that type of support is not available at your college, we can always connect them to the other incubation center where this type of support is available to them, right? So yes, anyone, someone's mic is unmuted. So college level resources also can be utilized for this incubation support. So we need to have a pool of resources where the students can avail these facilities. Then targets, setting the targets or setting the KPIs. It is already mentioned in our MOU with the GKS that these are the KPIs. So for an incubation center also, we can have some short-term targets, means for a yearly target that within 1 year, how many startups will be supporting, how many prototype development support will be supporting, right? Medium term targets and the long term targets. These all we can have. For an incubation center, we can also set the vision and mission statement, right? Also, the incubation center can be developed by establishing any trust or the Section 8 company, right? But for an engineering institute, I don't know whether it is feasible or not from the uh, point of view of DTE, but this is how you can also establish and we can get the grant. Different grants are there, right? So currently the engineering college is having the SSIP grant, so they can also connect for the further grants to IC. That grants also will be seeing further. Then types of interventions, right? Pedagogical, co-curricular, and ecosystem driven. So we should also implement new learning in our curriculum, right? Pedagogical intervention is always required. As also mentioned in SSIP, we can have some fund to be utilized for developing some courses. So even though the university does not apply any new courses, but as an institute, you can always go for developing some courses related to IP, related to ecosystem development, related to startup, incubation management. These all are the different new courses that can be short-term courses that can be developed, and it will also add values to the startups and the entrepreneurs, right? Co-curricular activities should always be driven and ecosystem driven. It means all the ecosystem enablers should be connected, right? We should not work individually, right? Being an engineering college, it is not